Hey, welcome to Athletes Mindset Academy, Mindset 101. I am Coach Stacy and I'm here with Coach Ali, and we are so excited to start this journey with you. Here's why I'm excited. The tools that we're about to teach you have literally changed my life in almost every single way. And as I've used these tools to coach athletes and coaches and parents just like you, I've seen them change their lives too. And I have no doubt that you're going to have the same experience. And so I can't wait to see what that experience is. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up as a gymnast and then as a coach, just in the JO program. I coached up to optional levels. And then, like many, I left the world of gymnastics and it broke my heart. And I did about 10 years where I was like, I can't even think about gymnastics. It's in my blood. I'm so sad. And then one day I found the world of blogging and I discovered this entire world of this gymnastics internet community. And I began to follow obsessively the elite world of gymnastics with this gymnastics community. And I got really into gymnastics media and blogging, and I went into all of the national competitions and just kind of that whole world. I got to go to Rio with the 2016 Olympics and cover some of our different elite gymnasts and Olympian gymnasts there. And so I really got into the world of elite gymnastics. And so it's been really fun to see gymnastics from all the different views, just being a gymnast myself and kind of club, lower level, being a gymnastics coach, and then being gymnastics from the media side of things. So when I learned these tools, I got certified as a life coach just for my own personal growth, and just kind of was like, this is what I want to do with my life. And I really thought, for sure, I'll use these tools to help people lose weight or, build businesses. Maybe I'll do a little bit on dating and relationships. But I had been at the Olympics in 2016, walking around near the Athletes Village. And there was so much going on. There was so much heaviness. There was so much heartache. There was so much that so many of these elite gymnasts were experiencing and these elite athletes, as I was around them. And I just thought, I just want to help. I just want to help some way that I can. And so as I learned these tools, I thought, oh my goodness, these would help the gymnastics community more than anything I could think of. I want every gymnast, every coach, every parent to know these tools because it would change the gymnastics culture and it would change their lives. And I'm all in for doing that. And so I teamed up with some others who have similar passions, and we find ourselves here with Athletes Mindset Academy teaching you. And I can't wait for you to learn the same things. So, Charlie, what's your story? Why are you here?
Well, I was a collegiate gymnast at the University of Wisconsin La Crosse. And after I finished, I could not give up gymnastics, similar to Stacy. And so I ended up coaching at UWL. That's what we call it. And during that coaching experience, we're coaching all sorts of girls with like mental blocks, or they want to build their confidence, or they are struggling with something outside of gymnastics and it's showing up in their gymnastics, right? We have all sorts of reasons. And one of the coaches from Athletes Mindset Academy ended up working with the college team. And wow, I saw so many amazing improvements. Girls like walking out like they knew that they knew how to do it when before they did not, and people hitting skills, and just, it was so fun to watch these results. In addition to all that, I had my personal experience going on where while I was a coach, you can hear this story on our YouTube page. I do talk a lot more about it. This is the short version though. I was a NASAR survivor, and during my coaching experience, I was having a really hard time emotionally getting through that. And the head coach at UWL encouraged me to also get coached by one of the coaches at Athletes Mindset Academy. That really helped me get through that tough time in my life. So not only did I watch these gymnasts thrive, I also experienced this life-changing coaching. And I was like, okay, I'm about ready to move back to Michigan and start a family. Like, how do I get on board with this? So I decided to become a life coach because I saw all of the things that it helped me and my team with, and I wanted to be able to help all of you have that same experience. So I'm really excited to be a part of the team at Athletes Mindset Academy. And Stacy is going to tell you next about why coaching is so important.
Yeah. So this has changed my life in all the ways. I could tell you, we could stay here for hours. I could tell you all the ways that these tools have changed my life. But what we're bringing you is this mixture. We all have this gymnastics background and this sports background. We've been coaches, we've been athletes. Like, we get your world on all the levels, right? But we also learned all of these and we learned sports psychology tools in our experiences as gymnasts. But then we learned all of these life coaching tools, and the specific tools that we learned are really psychology based. That it's cognitive behavioral training is kind of the fancy word for it. But we learned these tools that we were like, no one ever taught us this, and this would help in significant ways. And part of it was just learning how our brains, our thoughts really are at the root of everything going on. How we're feeling, the things that we're doing, the results that we're seeing in our life all start in our thoughts. And our brain is the most powerful tool that we have at our disposal. But most of us spend very little time working on our brain, and we spend a whole ton of time training our body. You've had that experience, right? You like trained your body, you're completely ready, you know what you're doing, you show up at the competition and you bomb. Wow. Not because you weren't prepared physically, because you weren't prepared mentally and emotionally. And we have these tools that we know will help you learn how to compete with confidence, how to perform under pressure, and how to enjoy the journey along the way. And we want to teach you these tools. They're the most important thing you could put your time in. We've got some things coming up for you, and sometimes you're going to be tempted to be like, I'm really busy. I don't really have time to do this work. There is nothing more important than you can put your time into. Promise you. Give us the time. You will see the results. We have the proof again and again and again with so many of the athletes we've worked with, but most of all, we have the proof in our own lives. We have seen these work. We know how powerful they are. Stick with us. You will see it too. So Allie, you want to tell us what this is going to look like for these 4 weeks?
Yes. So like Stacy said, it's a 4-week program. Every single week, you are going to have a video to watch where Coach Stacy and myself teach you these tools. It is about 20 minutes, a little more, a little less occasionally, but about 20 minutes. And then you are also going to get a worksheet with that, maybe a few worksheets with some graphics and some explanations, but there is one that's a daily worksheet that you are going to do hopefully every day, at least try and do more times than you don't. And you are also going to have a coaching session with us, a 30-minute coaching session. So what's going to happen is you should watch the video, then you're going to take a short quiz on that video. And then you want to do at least one, or not want to, you need to do at least one of your daily works before you have your coaching call with us. It is so important for you to show up prepared. You will get so much more out of the call when you do that. And when you schedule your appointment, you can cancel up to 24 hours. And if you have not done the work, please cancel. So do the work every week. It ends up being less than an hour, including our coaching call with you. And it's totally worth it. And so what you're going to do right after this video is schedule your first coaching appointment for week 1. And then you can go ahead and get started on week 1's video. So just quick recap, watch the video, take a mini quiz, have a coaching session with us, and do daily work. I promise it's worth it.
Just as a note, if you are doing this as a group or as a team instead of an individual coaching call, you'll have an appointment or you'll have like a Zoom call where the entire team is on with us, and you'll come on and you'll do Q&A and you'll ask questions. And so the same thing though, show up to those having already watched the videos. The reason that we're able to do 30-minute calls is because you've already learned the material. We're not going to reteach it. So if you don't show up having already watched it, you're not going to know what's going on to be able to really get anything out of the coaching call. So do the work. We will see you on our coaching calls, and we will see you in week 1. Can't wait to get started. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.